Okay, so I woke up today feeling very depressed, feeling very sad and quiet, and like I never want to go outside again. I never want to see the sun again. I never want to see anyone ever again. I hope no one texts me, no one call me, no one email me, please. I can't take it. Anyways, I wake up feeling like that a lot, or throughout the day I'll feel like that a lot, and you gotta eat at some point. So I have this sort of repertoire in my head of like meals that are very easy to make when you feel like this, something that's more than just like cereal or a bagel, because I do that a lot too, but like, something to give you more substance, but it's like super easy to make. And so I'm gonna make that today, and I thought somebody else might be feeling this way, hopefully, and you might enjoy this meal as well. Maybe not. I like it, but whatever. So today I'm making chickpea salad. Super easy to make, not a lot of ingredients, and like the best part about chickpea salad is you can kind of throw whatever you want into it. I think like the biggest main ingredients are chickpeas, mayonnaise, and spicy brown mustard. But if you're vegan, you can use vegan mayonnaise, you can use whatever other condiments you want, but that just makes it like creamy, like a chicken salad, I guess, or a tuna salad. So I think those are the most important, but like the other stuff that you can mix in with it is kind of up to your liking, up to your choosing. And what you do with it is kind of up to your liking and choosing, because you'll see through this, but I turn it into like a sandwich, but I've also just eaten it with a fork as well. So like you can kind of skip the last step and just dig in if you really don't feel like doing anything else. So yeah, let's get into it. The main ingredient you need is chickpeas. So I have 2 cans of chickpeas here. I'm going to use both of these. You can also just use one, and it'll last you a while probably. I add onion. Red onion is my favorite. For the sandwich part, I slice up some tomato. And today, just to give you a little more vegetable, I'm adding some carrots into it. I don't always do this, but I think I did it like 2 times, and the carrots in it is actually pretty good. But again, you can easily skip this. You don't really need to do that. We got spicy brown mustard. Love it. Mayonnaise. This one's almost empty, so I might have to get another one because I put a lot of mayonnaise in mine. And then seasoning, again, you can use any seasoning. I mean, with cooking, for me specifically, I kind of go crazy with the seasonings, but also I only use like the same 6 all the time. So you can use whatever seasonings. You could even not season it if you don't want to. But I will say something that makes it taste the best, and that I think like adds the whole thing, is dill weed seasoning. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it tastes like pickles. Dill, pickles, whatever. You get the point. So I add this in because I think it tastes very good. But dill weed's kind of expensive for some reason. Who's buying dill weed like crazy? Me, I guess. I don't know. But if you don't want to buy this, or you don't have this already, but you have pickles, you can also just use pickle juice and dump some pickle juice in there. That's very good. And you can even chop up some pickles and throw it in. But if that sounds like too much, just sprinkle some of this shit in there. So I got dill weed, black pepper always, some salt. This is Himalayan, but it doesn't really matter. This is just what I have. And then I always throw garlic powder and onion powder. I know I'm already putting onion in it, but I like the way onion tastes, so I also add onion powder. Slay! Okay. Oh, and then get yourself a bowl. Get yourself a masher if you have one. If not, you can just use the back of a fork to squish the chickpeas down, or if you want, just get in there with your fist. Why not? A knife for chopping, whatever. Cutting board. Can opener. Oh, that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, first up. Open these bad boys up. How do you guys feel about canned vegetables? It sounds like I'm setting you up for a dip, like a Jerry Seinfeld sort of thing, but I'm really not. But like, I eat a lot of canned vegetables, but why do I feel like they're not as healthy as fresh vegetables? Is that true? I don't know. But I'm thinking like, as long as I get vegetables, that's a big feat for me. So like, why not just use the cans? And also I feel like fresh vegetables go bad so quickly. Whereas like this doesn't expire till 2026. I got 2 years this could sit in my fucking cabinet if I wanted to. I bought one of these handy dandy little strainers. Oh. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh. Something just popped and I don't know what that was. Okay. I got one of these strainers, so it's super cool because it has like the bowl underneath of it, so you can literally just dump that in wherever you are. And then it catches all the nasty juice in there. Wow. I don't want to spill it, I'm scared. Somebody help me. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I was saying, I feel like this a lot, and that makes sense because I have major depressive disorder. Slay. Who else is with me? But it's winter time now, and it gets dark really fast. And honestly, I kind of like in the winter when it gets dark outside because, I don't know, it just feels right, you know? Like, I don't really like going out during the day anyways, because on top of major depressive disorder, I also have social anxiety. Severe social anxiety is what they call it. Thank you. Even just walking outside for a minute, if I see someone else, which I often do because I live in New York, sucks. It kind of ruins my day, I'm not gonna lie. Here's our chickpeas. I'm gonna wash them really fast. Give me 1 second. When you wash them, I kind of like it. It gets like these bubbles on top, and I don't know what that is. I literally just opened 2 cans and washed them, but why do I feel like I just ran a marathon? Oh, it's exhausting to be me. So I'm now dumping the chickpeas into the bowl. Y'all know him? Into the bowl. I love that guy. He's kind of crazy though. I feel like he's gonna do some weird shit one day. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm probably gonna do some weird shit one day, let's be honest. So this is when you take your masher or your fork or your fist and you kind of just punch and punch and punch and punch. And basically the goal here is you just want to get these little balls flat so you can mix them around. Ding, 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 ding. Like that, but you need a little bit more force. Just kind of nice because if you're feeling like depressed and like you have the energy for it and you feel a little angry, like, you know, you can really get in there. I guess maybe if you have a blender, maybe you could blend them. I'm not too savvy with my blender skills yet. I just got one and I've only made a smoothie, so I don't really know if that would work. Or a food processor. But like, what is a food processor? Is that not just also a blender? You know, asking the real questions here. See, like, that was only a couple seconds. It was, what, like 30 seconds, and it's already pretty mashed. And if you want, honestly, you could just leave it like that. You're just gonna have to chew on some balls, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, when I go outside, if I just see, like, even one person, and they don't even look at my direction, like, it ruins my day. I don't know why. It's just like, they don't have to say anything to me. And I just don't like it. I just wish that I could walk around outside and no one would ever see me. Because I just don't like being perceived. And I don't, like, when someone does perceive me, like, I have to go through this whole thing where I'm like, okay, how do I look? Do I look okay? Do I look a mess? Do I look sad? Do I look crazy? Do I look homeless? Do I look cute? Do I look too cute? Do I look sexy? Do I look too sexy? Is someone gonna try to hit on me? Is someone gonna catcall me? Like, and typically none of that ever happens, to be honest. People usually just walk right past me because what the fuck do they care? But in my brain, I think that everyone cares about what I'm doing. And not in like, oh my god, like, it's me. Everyone's looking at me like they love me. No, I think like everyone hates me. And like they look at me and they're like, there's something wrong with that bitch. And she's weird. Look at the way she walks, look at what she wears, look at her hair, like look at everything, like there's something wrong with her. And those thoughts kind of go through my head every time I see a new person. So imagine living in New York and seeing upwards of hundreds of people every time I go outside and thinking that for each person. Imagine how exhausting that is. I don't want to walk to the deli to get a sandwich because I don't want to even see the deli guy, even though they're nice. And I don't want anyone outside to see me walking with a sandwich because they're going to be like, bitch, it's 1 o'clock. Is this your first meal of the day? Yes, girl. Little do they know, I usually don't eat till 8 o'clock at night. And that would typically be my first meal, but I thought, you know what, I'll try to get ahead in the day, I guess. It's already 1. I woke up at 10. It's not even that late, but kind of just sat in my bed and watched TikToks for like 3 hours, so now I'm hungry. I'm not washing that. See, it's all mushy, but it looks very dry, right? So what do we need? Mayonnaise. No matter what I cook, I kind of don't measure anything. I kind of just do it to taste because I just flung this everywhere. Whatever. Just do it to taste because I just don't care about measuring, to be honest. And that's kind of how my mom taught me to cook. She always just seasons and puts everything in like by hand. And I feel like once you cook the same thing like I do over and 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 over again, you kind of get a grip on how much you need. So like I said, the mayonnaise is basically just to make it creamy. So you can just start. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Okay, no. I'm gonna throw this guy out. Oh, another one. This one's got olive oil. Like that much to start with. And then here's the key with the brown mustard. I just match however much mayonnaise I put on there. So sorry, I don't have measurements. I'll probably put something or put a link to something in the description that's a better idea of what this is, just in case you really want those measurements. But see, kind of like that. A lot of times with my depression disorder, like for one, I don't get hungry a lot of the times. So like I said before, I usually don't eat until like later into the night. And sorry, I just saw myself and I was like, what is going on there, girl? Anyways, I usually don't eat until late into the night, which is not good for me. I know, and I know I would feel a lot more happier if I did eat like as soon as I got up and if I ate like a big meal. But the thing is, a lot of the times I do not care, and I know that is so bad, and I'm so sorry. But if I'm not hungry, like I just typically don't eat because it's a lot to cook, and I don't have money to buy Uber Eats. But if I did, I would buy literally every single meal I ever ate. I'm not kidding. If I was rich, bruh, that Uber Eats bill wouldn't matter, I guess, because I'd be rich. It's hard to want to cook anything at all, because it's hard to want to do anything at all. Like, even brushing your teeth is like, damn, that's a lot, bro. Like, I just want to not exist and just, like, sit in a bubble. Not in, like, a scary way. Like, just in the sense that, like, I wish I was not human and we didn't have to do things like eat and clean ourselves. Whatever. Okay, so this is how it's looking right now. It's kind of like, it's still kind of dry, but it's like sticking together. So you can keep it at that if you would like. I, however, am going to add some more mayonnaise and mustard because I like it a little more wet. Because this is looking good. Paste. No, but I promise it tastes very good. I actually learned this because I followed this girl on TikTok like 3 years ago who she does like charcuterie boards, and she one day was like, oh, I make this chickpea salad sandwich all the time and I love it. And I was like, ooh, chickpea salad, because I am vegetarian. I have been for almost 10 years. But when I wasn't, I did love some chicken salad. And so I was like, oh, I wonder how chickpeas taste. And I tried it out and I was like, damn, this is delicious. And beans are good protein if you don't eat meat. So yeah, it's a good sandwich or salad to eat. So now, see, it's not like wet, but it's a lot easier to kind of like push around and mat around. That's kind of the consistency you're going for. Like I said, it's like egg salad, chicken salad, tuna salad. If you've had any of those or made any of those, it's kind of what you're looking for. Okay, so next is kind of the optional bit. So if you don't want to do this bit, you don't have to. Sorry, you can just start seasoning. I just realized this tomato has mold on it. Did I show that in the video? That's gonna be so embarrassing. What a day. done anything today. I'm making like I did some crazy shit. So I'm gonna chop this boy up really fast. I'm gonna try to dice him. I'm not very good at dicing, to be honest. And I also don't have great knives. I've lived in my own apartments for 4 years now, and the only good knife I have is one I got off of like Auction Ninja, I think is where we got it. And then this knife I stole from Chili's. I just be hearing weird shit here sometimes. I don't know. Oh, I just watched this TikTok. Not this morning, but I think it must have been last night. Because I watch TikToks every morning and every night because I'm a psychopath. And I'm also unemployed. And so I have a lot of free time. And like I said, I don't like to go outside. Don't have many friends. What else should I tell you? Should I spill all my beans or what? Anyways, I was watching this TikTok last night. This British girl, I think her name was like Casey's Cooking or something like that. But I checked her other videos. She doesn't really make cooking videos. She kind of just started making videos. She only has like 6 on her account because I was so enthralled by this one that I saw. Where she's some British girl and she was talking about how her neighbor did something really nice for her, so she wanted to make him a homemade pizza, which I was like, slay, I love homemade pizza. But he didn't like sauce on his pizza, so she was like just gonna put cheese and bread, which is Texas toast, but I digress. So she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make him a pizza because he did something really nice for me. And I was like, okay, girl, go for it. Tell me why this girl's sitting on her bed and she's got the flour and the eggs next to her and some slices of like Kraft like yellow cheese, and she says, okay, let's do it. And she just dumps the flour onto her mattress and starts cracking eggs. She goes to crack an egg and she tries to crack it on her chin. It doesn't work, so she cracks the eggs together. She's just going in with her hands with the flour and the eggs like on her blanket. Like she's just sitting on her bed and the flour's going everywhere. It's not mixing right, and she's like, why is this not working? Like, what am I forgetting? And then she was like, oh, I need a rolling pin. But she didn't want to go to her kitchen because she said there was like 10 people in her kitchen. I don't know. It was crazy. And then she ended up rolling something, which also is not how you make pizza dough. It's definitely not just flour and egg, but whatever, do your thing. We're making this, so what can we say? But it's like she ends up rolling something out, and it's like the size of my hand, and she just slaps a piece of cheese on it and like throws it in the oven, not on a pan or anything, like literally just like flour to the fucking grill. Grilled. Chopped up some onion. It's not really diced at all, but I got lazy, so it doesn't really matter. You could even do slices if you want. Okay, and then I just kind of mix all those around. I love onion, though. I know a lot of people don't like onion. I'm, like, addicted to onion, and I don't know why. I just think it tastes so good, and I love it on everything. Although I'm not one of those girls that's, like, taking a bite out of an onion. I don't think I could ever do that. But I love the way it tastes. Okay, yummy. Okay, so it's all kind of mixed, you see. It smells good. It kind of smells like hot dog for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm just gonna chop up like... Ew, what is wrong with this one? That one looks crazy, doesn't it? Okay. I'm gonna chop up like 6 baby carrots. I think that'll be good. Here you go, guys. 6 baby carrots. I used to post on YouTube quite frequently. I don't know how to cut. I guess try to dice these up too if you can. Just get them into like small little guys. Oh, this is a lot harder to cut. This knife sucks, Chili's. Come on, bro. So I used to put like short films up, and then I would do like little tiny vlogs. And yeah, no one really ever saw them. I think I have like 30 subscribers right now, and I'm pretty sure like 29 of them are people I know. Yeah, I used to enjoy it, and I had a lot of free time on my hands, so I think that's why I mainly did it. But yeah, I also liked it. It's fun to like just make a random video, or like I used to film like, you know, random days throughout the month, and then I would make like a monthly video, just like compiling a lot of those clips together. And I always thought that was so fun. And people that were in it liked them. So it was like kind of a nice thing for my like friends and family to be like, oh my god, look, that was so fun when we did that, or like, LOL, I didn't even know you took that video, girl, like take that down. I'm gonna go for 3 carrots actually. We're just gonna do 3. Oh my god, did you see that? 3 carrots. Yeah, and then I stopped because I went to college and I went to a filmmaking school, and it kind of sucked all of my passion out of my body and my soul. I still like writing a lot. I think that's like kind of my main goal now, is to write films, but I'm not going to lie, being on a set is like one of the like worst things I've ever experienced in my life. And I maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but like, because you know I'm a nobody, I'm not a nepo baby, and I don't have money. The only like career you could have on a set, like if you're like me, is if you're a production assistant, and that shit sucks. You're basically like an errand boy, and you just do whatever they want you to do, which sometimes can be fun. Sometimes it can be cool stuff. Like, oh, go help them build this, go help them get this down, like whatever. And then other times it's literally like, stand in this corner for 12 hours and make sure no one walks past this point. And if you have to go to the bathroom, they might yell at you. It's kind of like that. And it kind of sucks. Or it's like lift the heaviest box ever imaginable and walk it 12 miles down a hill. And you get paid like $15 an hour in New York. Cool. Not for me. I hate it. And people treat you like shit. Yeah, and there's just no creativity there. Like, I get it if you were doing something else, like if you're directing or acting, or you're like a production designer or something, you know, you have some sort of creativity going into it, whereas if you're a production assistant, you're just an assistant, so there's not really anything there for you. But I know a lot of people like it because it's still a cool experience to be like on a film set, you know. But I just don't really care for it anymore. It kind of, that school really just ruined that whole thing for me. Took all the fun and excitement out of it. And so yeah, and then COVID also happened while I was in my 2nd year. And that, we all know how that went. So then I finished, and then, you know, you have all these plans, and I did work on sets, and I worked with like smaller production companies, so I did have bigger roles like producer and assistant director, and helped write and storyboards and stuff, which is great, and it is fun. But it didn't pay, so I had to also work on the side of it. So that was a lot. And I was working every single day because I don't have money and I don't have parents who support me monetarily. Done anything like this in a long time, but I've been unemployed for the past, what month is it? January? Like 4 months. Yeah, with no job lined up in sight. Not because I don't want one. I mean, I don't want one. But I apply to places every day. I've had job interviews. No one will hire me because the college I went to that I mentioned, the film school, is not a real college. It's a conservatory. Also, yeah, it's about that much carrots I'm gonna mix in. It was a conservatory, so I did not graduate with a degree of any sort. I graduated with a certificate, which means absolutely nothing to anyone. So that's really awesome. And yes, I do have work experience in retail and sales and front desk and childcare, in restaurant. But guess what? It is not enough. So I digress. I just sit here all day, every day, and do nothing. So I figured until I do get a job, I might as well at least try to do something I enjoy or have fun with. So I figure, why not do this? Because who cares, baby? It's kind of the, I guess, motto or mantra I'm trying to go into 2024 with, which I know is like, my idea is like, who cares? Because like I just said earlier, I care so much about what other people think about me in every waking moment of my life. I'm like, at least in these moments where it truly doesn't matter, like if I post this and I don't tell anyone that I've even made this, and I don't share it on anything, any of my social medias, what, maybe randomly someone might stumble upon it. So who cares? Who cares? And they might be like, I tried that and it was delicious. And that's fine. Because like I said, I never got views on my other videos. I just liked making them, which was fun for me. And then I remember randomly a couple of my videos have like about 100 views, which was like crazy for me. But also one of my videos, if you go on my channel, it's called Shenandoah Crossing, I think. It's like a vlog style thing I made of when me and my family went to this place in Virginia. And that randomly has like 500 views or something, and I don't know why. But it's my most viewed video, and it's no different from anything I've ever done. And there's not even any real like comments on it, so I really don't know what it was about that video that people love so much. But hey, I'm here for it. So this is kind of what it looks like when it's all mixed up. See, it's very chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad. It's chickpea salad. Super simple. I'm dragging it out, honestly. You could probably make this in like 5 minutes. So now I'm going to season. So I'm going to start with some salt. Should probably have set up like a second camera so you can see what I'm doing out here, but this is my first one, guys, please. Just a little bit. Crank it 4 times. Do whatever you want. Do as much salt as you want. Pepper. Just like a light dusting. Some garlic powder. Sprinkle that on. Again, I never measure this shit. Seasoning I literally just do to taste. If I can taste it, I like it, then that's enough for me. Some more onion powder. And then this one is a little bit more important, I guess, that if you do use the dill weed instead of the pickle juice. I put a lot of dill weed in it because I really like to taste it, so watch this. Oh, you can't see. Like, I just keep going. And this might sound crazy, but like, or it might seem crazy, but like this doesn't really have a strong taste, so you only really taste it if you put a lot of it. So like, oh, I can smell it. And I love the way it smells too. It smells like, I don't know, like a garden. I don't know if that's focused or not. It kind of looks crazy, but you see how much there is? There's even some on the side there. I might even put more. Let's see what this looks like. So now you mix all the seasonings in. I feel like a good rule of thumb with the dill for me is like once it's all mixed together, if I could still see dill, then I think that's enough. Because sometimes you think you put a lot in and then you mix it all up and you can't even see it because there's so much going on in this like bowl. It's so mushy. So I try to get it mixed in real good so I can at least see how much I actually put in. I guess you could measure it. That would probably be easier too, but like we said, we're just doing this to get something in our throats. In our stomach. Sorry, I don't know why I said in our throat. So that I don't feel nauseous because I didn't eat anything all day. See, look, ready? I'm about to show you. You can't even tell there's dill in this. Like, you kind of can, but see, it kind of looks the same. Okay, I'm just going to taste a little bit. See if I need anything. You could do this too. See if you like it. Cheers. No, that was good. That was good. So, that's the salad portion done. Looks beautiful. Looks like mush, but it's very good. So yeah, so at this point, if you're done, if that was too much and you're like, I literally can't do this anymore, I understand you, and also, that's fine. You could just eat this with a fork. Or, something really good, eat it with some crackers. That's yummy. You could just grab a piece of bread and bring it to wherever you're eating. Scoop it up like that. Easy. You could also use chips. If you're feeling in a chip mood, dip a couple chips in there, eat it like that. Perfect. You're done. However, I'm gonna make it a little bit more complicated because I'm very picky with how I eat things, which might sound weird, but like when I eat things, I always need something on the side. So like if I'm eating a sandwich, I need to have chips. If I'm eating a salad, I need to have french fries. or burger, there needs to be french fries. Or maybe pizza, there needs to be french fries. Because I have this issue, I don't know what it is, with textures. So with something like this that's like kind of creamy, it tastes very good, but like I need something to break up the creepiness. Oh, my fault. I need something to break up the creaminess, so that's why I suggest using like crackers or chips. That's just my preference. So I like to put it on toasted bread to sort of like toughen it up a little bit. The first time I ever made this, which I think is like the peak version of this sandwich, is I put it on a toasted poppy seed bagel. I love poppy seed bagels. I've also had it on toasted regular, like plain bagels, everything bagels. Those work too. But something about the bagel bread with this, like, really hits the nail on the head for me. Like, those textures go together so well. But I don't have any bagels, sadly. So, for the second part, I'm just gonna use some potato bread. That's all I have. Let me go set my toaster up, and then we'll be back at it. I made a big funk. I'm literally walking like right here. Toaster. Oh, why did I do that? I'm sorry. I just slid the toast into the toaster. Now we will toast. I got this fancy new air fryer. It's pretty sick. And it toasts so well because we didn't have a toaster before. Should I use a pretty plate? Look at this plate. It's got bees. Home goods, baby. I used to toast all of my bread in the oven because also another thing, if I'm having a sandwich, I feel like the bread has to be toasted. I don't know why. It's another thing about me. I'm very picky with the way I eat things. I guess I'm sort of picky with what I eat too, but mainly it's the way I eat them. Like what they're on, how much of what is on what. Like when I make a sandwich, it's like a calculated, okay, the mayonnaise, the pepper, the meat or whatever, the meat, the salad, the lettuce, the tomato, onion, mayonnaise, and pepper on the other side of the bread too. Bread has to be toasted, cut diagonally. And I can't eat it any other way. I'm sorry. See, this is the problem with me, like, doing vlogs and stuff. Like, I don't talk a lot. I prefer to be silent. We can talk about this. I feel like society really favors people who are very extroverted and people who are very loud. And like everything is kind of set up for them, you know? Like everyone, when you're in a group of people, everyone looks for the person who's like very loud, that jokes a lot, is like talking to everyone, that makes friends very easily. A lot of people accept that. Like, you know, if we're basing everyone on like a scale and it's like normal, loud, and quiet, people who are loud are very accepted by the normal people. Normal. You know? Like normal volume people. And it's all set up for them. Everything works out for them. It's all great for them. But like, as soon as someone who's on the opposite side of that comes into frame, things aren't set up for them. People feel uncomfortable by them. People feel hurt sometimes by them. Sometimes people feel like judged. All of this shit just because I'm not saying anything. And it's like, how is it fair that the one who's like saying so much about you and like dragging you and making jokes or roasting people and talking so loud and da-da-da-da, you're okay with it, you don't feel uncomfortable by them, but me not saying anything is what makes you uncomfortable? Like, let's unpack that. Like, why does me not saying anything make you uncomfortable? Why do you care? I never understood that, but people always get like that, especially in these like minimum wage jobs that I've been in. Like, I mean, you know, they always want someone who's like able to talk to anyone, able to do all this, da-da-da-da. But as soon as you struggle to talk to a customer, they're like, there's something wrong with you, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. It's just always annoying. I don't know. People have a lot of grace for people who are loud, and I'm not saying they shouldn't, but like, we should also have the same grace for people who aren't loud, you know? Because a lot of times they're anxious, a lot of the times they're just nervous, a lot of the times they just don't like to talk so much, and that's okay. people don't, oh my god, people don't always have to be saying something. And I think that's what people need to understand. This bread is burning. So yeah, if that's your one takeaway from this video, is that if you know someone who is kind of quiet, you don't have to be uncomfortable around them. They're probably more uncomfortable than you are, to be honest. So maybe give them some grace. Bread. Wow, isn't that beautiful? I love toast. I could just eat toast for every meal. It looks great. Okay. So I'm literally just gonna slap some of the salad onto the bread. Into the bowl. Into the bread. That's kind of what I did. Beautiful. If I did have tomatoes that weren't moldy, I would slice up some tomatoes and put that on top. That's good. I've also put cucumber on top before. That's also very good. Or, like I said, the pickles, you can put those on top. And there we go. Yummy. I don't know how to present this on the plate. I feel like it's gonna look weird. Yummy. There we go. Ding. Chickpea salad sandwich. This is what mine looks like. Yours may look different, and that is okay. Yours probably will look better than this. It's not super appealing, but like I said, it's just to get something in ya. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this. I hope you're feeling a little bit better if you are feeling depressed. I hope the sandwich makes you feel satisfied, or if you're just eating a salad, I hope it makes you feel satisfied. Eat as much of it as you can. And I made a lot. I made two cans worth, so this will probably last me a couple of days, which is also another nice thing about this meal. Is you can just kind of eat this over and over again. And if you want a big bowl to save so you don't have to cook later on or the next few days, just use more cans. I use 2, and as you can see, there's a lot in here, and I've already made a sandwich out of it. I could probably make 3 or 4 more out of that. And so it could save me a couple days. That was from 2 cans. Imagine if you had 4, probably last you 2 weeks, to be honest. That's it, man. Thanks for coming. Let me know if anyone made this, and if you like it.